Let's start it off.
Kind of you guys went so long with 4 coaches on the offensive side, Coach Wilson, now you've got Coach Watson and quarterbacks. How does that change things, and maybe as a receiver, how has that helped having Coach Johns around a little bit more?
It's like a flashback for me. That's the way it was when I first got here. Coach Johns really just dealt with the receivers. Coach Watson's been with us since the beginning, so really hasn't changed anything. Just with Coach Watson stepping in. Practice was the same today. Coach Watson normally took the quarterbacks, and Coach Johns was with us at practice. So I think it helps Coach Johns just focus on receivers. I think that's what he really likes to do. That's what he tells us at least. Maybe it's just because he's talking to the wideouts when he says that. But he just, when I was here at the very beginning, we used to have a bunch of fun in that room. We still did have fun, but it's good to just have Coach Johns back with us, and working faster than we used to. Yes.
Are guys working any differently this year than they did last year? Have you noticed? Because you guys have been through this now once, this kind of postseason practice. Are guys approaching things differently? How is that different?
I would say yeah. There's just because anytime you have experience doing something, you're going to be better equipped for it the next time. I know the first time, at this time last year, I was still a first-year player. I'd been here for a long time, but this is my first time playing, so I wanted all the reps in something like this, when it really is about the younger guys, especially now when we just found out we're playing against Utah, and coaches are kind of in and out with recruiting and things, but it's really a time for the younger guys to get the reps that they weren't getting because they're on the scout team earlier in the year, and time for us to take our breaks and get ready for the bowl prep that's coming up not quicker than we're ready for, but pretty fast.
Are there any lessons that you learned last year that you're bringing to this and that you could pass on to those younger guys?
Yeah, patience. Because especially once the bowl game was announced, you want to just, let's get playing. You want to just go 100 miles an hour, and you're still just played a 17-week season if you include camp. So you got to take time for your body to just relax.
What are some of the younger receivers you're standing out to?
Tayseer is playing really fast. It's just, as a group, they've come a very long way. Just because they're a freshman and they didn't really understand the way that we worked. The way that we work here is very different than a lot of places. We have a very high standard, and it shows on Saturday. And it takes a second when you're coming from a high school where you're probably the best player, and you come here where you still might be one of the best players, but you're young and you don't know a lot of things. And it takes a second to adjust to this culture and how hard we really play. But they've done a really good job embracing that, and you can see it in bowl practice.
Has there, because of the coaching change, has there been a difference in a I know you've only had probably a couple practices, but what's different other than the faces?
That's it, really. Coach Wilson did a fantastic job with us. We play as tough as anybody, and that again shows on Saturday. Sometimes we didn't get it done, but we can go toe-to-toe with anybody, and we play as tough as anybody. And Coach Allen's been preaching that too. Practice today was just as physical and as fast as it's always been, and I think that's the way it's going to be from here on out.
So is he taking